Listen, second to safety, I just want to make sure I'm getting the wire transfer of that 100K that you said you would send to me in lieu of doing this EP review. I just want to make sure that you're sending it to the right place. You know, I didn't have this much trouble with Smash Mouth or Bon Jovi, so I just want to make sure that you're sending me the money. I need it. I need it ASAP. This YouTube ad revenue isn't coming in, and I need that money to pay off the Yakuza. So if you could please send it to that email address that I had specified earlier. You know, I didn't have this much problem with Dolly Sods, this other band that you've been talking about. They sent me the money right away, no problem. I just feel like you guys are holding out on me, and I just want to make sure I'm getting the funds, because otherwise I wouldn't do this interview or do this album review, or none of this is going to get posted, because I just feel like you guys are just holding out on me. But I know, I put some good faith in you, and I just hope you guys don't screw it up for me. I've been working real hard on this, and, you know, I want to make sure that it's completely biased as possible. You know, my favorite record of this year, just because you guys paid me to do it. So I just, you know, I don't want it to come across as if I'm completely faking it or making this stuff up. I want to make it seem like as legitimate as possible. So please send me that money. It would be greatly appreciated. I don't want it to seem like I'm just screwing with you at all. So, just get it to me ASAP, okay? Oh man, this was recording the whole time. You guys shouldn't have heard that conversation before. I don't know why I left it in. Future Brandon, please edit this out. It's so important that that none of that showed up on this video. I don't know what happened. I'll just leave it in. I'll just go with it. So what's going on, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction, where you can find latest album reviews. You can find our band interviews, and I guess you can find, you know, getting paid off a little bit. So hopefully, if you watch this whole video, please comment. Please pay Brandon. If you watch the whole thing, I'd love to hear what you think about in the comments. But also, just getting back with the channel sort of stuff, I'll be doing album reviews for this week coming up, as well as band interviews, so definitely check out that. I posted Whale Bones yesterday, so go check that one out. It was a good, fun one that we did in person, and I'm super stoked for some of the stuff that's going to be coming out this week, and some stuff that I will be getting in the future that I'll let you guys know about. But tonight, we're going to be talking about Second to Safety's new EP, Fine.
When we finish what we're building, we'll spend our evenings looking back at the years, asking how did I get.
So I've known this band for a little bit now. I actually had them on for an interview about a year ago, and we'll be doing another one that will be posted, I believe, next week. So definitely check that out. It was a lot of fun. Some humor in there for those of you guys who are fans of that. But they sent me their record early. It actually comes out today, so definitely go check it out. We premiered it on the first premiere that we've ever done for Audio Addiction. So shout outs to them for letting me be able to do that. And you should definitely check out this EP. So if not, I'm going to give you a few reasons why you should go check it out. So I'm going to go through each track, give you my thoughts and opinions on it, some pros and cons, and then I'm going to finish it out with an overall rating. So the first track is called Whirlwind. This one's one of my favorites off the EP. I'm digging this sort of awesome guitar riffs created by both Zach and Sean. I think they do some really awesome writing. It has a sort of mathy rock feel to it, but also sort of indie as well. And I just like how both of them do vocals now, which they'll talk about in the interview, but they signed Zach on pretty recently, and he's been doing vocals along with Sean, and I've really liked it. I think just the vocal differences between both of them are really unique, and I think that they also have very good chemistry together in terms of the writing style. So I definitely like that. It has a unique sound and a unique styling created by the sort of interesting arrangements that they have going on. The song has an awesome groove to it, and I think it keeps interesting vibes from start to finish. Just the groove of it really got me going. It also has this sort of Tiny Moving Parts vibe to it, which is another phenomenal band if you haven't checked them out. But I think it is a great opener track, really high energy, a lot of fun, and it's definitely one that you should go give a listen when it comes out. So we're gonna move into track number 2, which is White Bucket. This is one of the singles that they have been playing live. They really don't have a single for this EP, but this they said was the closest to a single, so I figured I'd mention it off as that. This song initially has more of a poppier, sort of happy vibe to it, but as the song progresses, I feel like it also changes. It becomes a little progressively a little bit less poppy, which is totally cool. The trade-offs between Zach and Sean are really nice. I like that they kind of switch off, but I would love more moments of harmonization. I think that is where they kind of hit their stride for sure. It's a nice dynamic change for sure, and the lead guitar work definitely seems a little bit more prevalent throughout the track, which is definitely nice in comparison to Whirlwind. I feel like they definitely were a little bit more reserved in that, and I feel like this one has a little bit more lead work in it. I'm loving the ending. I think it is probably the best part of the track. I think it is just well structured, and I think it really fits the vibe of the whole song as well. So we're gonna move into track number 3, which is Skate Better. I don't like that personal dig. That is a little bit, that hurt my feeling a little bit. Even though I don't skate at all, I feel a little bit offended by that. So don't tell me to skate better. I'll do it myself. But anyway, getting back to the track, this one's one of my favorites as well. Loving the groove of this track. The verses feel a little bit more mellower and focused. Definitely more on the chorus of the track. I think it has more of an infectious groove to it that makes the song just really entertaining. I think that just the kind of juxtaposition of the sort of softer moments in the verses as opposed to the more stronger vibes in the chorus, I think that is definitely cool. The harmonization in the chorus is definitely awesome as well. I like that they utilize that very well. I definitely feel like the vocals are the main staple of this track, and I think it is apparent and in the best way possible. I think that vocally, I feel like both of them were at their peak for sure. So I definitely like the trade-offs between them as well. And there's this nice little shreddy guitar solo between the 2 minutes and 10-second mark to around the 2 minutes and 30-second mark. It almost sounds like there's a little bit of a mess up part at the 2 minutes and 20-second mark. I don't know if it was a personal purposeful mess up or it was just kind of creative control. Definitely I think fits with the motif of the solo, so it's definitely a nice addition to the track. So we're moving to track number 4, which is Sleep Cycles. This one shows off more of the melodic nature of the EP so far. It plays more into the subtle songwriting that they got going on in this track, and it definitely feels like the black sheep of the record. It's a little bit more reserved, it's a little bit more set back, it's a little bit more personable, which I definitely like, and I think that it fits well in the whole scheme of the EP. Would have loved to hear more harmonization. I know that I've been harking on that for the past couple tracks, but I think that they've really hit their stride when they've had some really good harmonization parts. So would love to hear that, especially in more of a mellower setting. I think it would have worked out phenomenally. But I definitely like this track. Not one of my favorites, but I think it's a solid one nonetheless. So we're moving to the last track, track number 5, which is Lines. This one is a phenomenal track. I think it grooves super well. It has a lot of my favorite elements of the entire EP. It has some very fast moments in the sort of more grittier moments in the chorus, as well as having sort of the softer, more melodic parts in the verses. I think that really pairs off super well, and it plays a lot to their strengths. I would say the chorus is my favorite part of the track. I just love the overall groove and swing of the track. I think it's just really infectious. It's one of those tracks when I was listening to the EP that I really loved and adored in this track. The structure, the arrangement of the track, I think is their best work for sure. And the endings with the horn section was super awesome. I love that they utilized that and kind of hinted at it towards the beginning of the track. I think it's a nice kind of way to start off the record and then kind of finish off the record as well. So some pros and cons about this entire EP. I'm loving the dual vocals. I would have loved to hear some great more harmonizations in the next attempt, either an EP or a full length. I think that would be really cool. Instrumentally, I feel like it rides the line of indie and kind of math rock. I think it works out really well. and I really like the genre. I think that they do it very well. Catchiness, I love some of the tracks. I feel like the three that I mentioned that are my favorite are probably the most catchy tracks off the EP, and just some of the arrangements. I think the last track, Lines, I think is arranged the best, and I would love to hear maybe some more horn section if that's possible for the next release. I think it works really well with the vibe of their music, so I'd love to hear that in the future. Some cons, I feel like there's a little less of harmonies. They kind of are sprinkled throughout, but I'd love to hear maybe a chorus with just straight harmonies, very much along the lines of like older Relient K, that sort of era of stuff. I'd love to hear that. I think that would be really cool. Maybe some more like group vocal sort of aspects to kind of bring everybody in. I'd love to hear that. And some tracks I feel like need a little bit more ambience to it. I feel like some of the space that is in the track could definitely use a little bit of like ambience, or maybe like a little like nice lead guitar that kind of fills the space of the track. But I definitely like to hear a little bit more of that play out and maybe in the next release. So my overall rating for Second to Safety is fine. I'm going to be giving it a 9.5 out of 10. I think it is a solid record. It's definitely one you should go check out for sure. Just kind of in the vein of indie rock, kind of a little bit along the lines of Tiny Moving Parts. I definitely feel like that is at least a big influence that I could pick out about the band for sure. They have a few other bands that they talked about in the upcoming interview that I did that I feel like they pulled a lot of inspiration from as well, so you can check out those bands once that interview drops. And you should definitely go check the links in the description to find out about this band. Check out Fine. I'm pretty sure it'll be up on all streaming platforms, so go pick it up. And if you enjoyed this review and this kind of like funny little tidbit at the beginning, make sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, share it. It goes a long way. And thank you again to Second to Safety for sending it over a little bit early. Much love to those guys. Thanks again. It was much appreciated. I know you wanted me to roast you a little bit, so hopefully that intro was roasty enough. I don't want to be too hard because I'm a nice guy, or at least hopefully I like to come off as a nice person. So definitely check them out. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe. More to come in the coming weeks, so definitely check back with the channel for more stuff in the future. My name is Brandon. We hope you got your fix, and we'll be talking with you soon. Peace.
And this record's going to be a rock and roll record, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com, and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.